What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about deer hunting over a food source and is it worth it. Deer hunting over a food source, there's a lot of people that make videos about this and it's a very good topic, and it's one of the questions that came in on a comment on a video. Somebody asked, is it worth hunting over a food source? And I believe the answer to that is yes and no. So here at this property we have a food source, several of them, but we do hunt over it. And we kill deer off of it, no problem. The problem only becomes when you can't get out of your tree stand when you have deer out in front of you. So what do? There's a lot of reasons or a lot of things you could do to get out of that stand. A lot of people do it, I've done it, and it doesn't really spook deer too much. You could use like a coyote call or something, have somebody come in and push the deer out. But you can't really do that over and over and over and over again. So what do? Well, there's a lot of things you can do to be able to get in and out. What I like to do is when you're hunting over that food source, get back in there about 20 yards, 10 yards off the food source if you're hunting like a big field. And your entry and exit to all this is key, because if you're tucked back in the woods a little bit, you can use screening out in front of your stands to where you can shoot over top. That way you can climb out of your stand and circle around the opposite way to get out of your stand. There's benefits to it because deer live by their stomach. They seek out the most nutritious food, whether it's browse, food plots, shrubs, bushes, briars, woody browse, apple trees, fruit trees, persimmons, whatever is in your neck of the woods. Deer are going to seek that out, whatever is the most nutritious. So you can hunt over food sources, but if you're constantly spooking them deer out, then it makes zero sense to do it, because you can only do that 1 or 2, 3 times, especially like a mature deer. They're not going to take it. They're not going to handle that pressure very well. So you have to find entry and exit. And so I do believe hunting over food sources is worth it. I've killed deer off food sources. I've killed bucks off food sources. But there's also other ways you can do it. You don't have to hunt over a food source. You can hunt the transition between bedding to feeding. You can get right in the middle of there in that line of travel from bedding when they get up during the daytime and they browse their way to the destination food plot or an ag field or whatever it is that they're going to. A lot of times those little tiny kill plots are actually better than the big food plots, because you can, if you position them right in the travel, from bedding to feeding, you put a food plot in there. A lot of times they can leave that bedding and hit that little kill plot before they make their way out to the bigger ag fields. Works very well, but you have to be able to get in and out. Hunting over food sources is exciting because when you're in your stand, especially if you're in like a destination area, you can get awesome pictures, video, especially if you're videoing hunts. You can get a lot of good footage that way, but you have to be sneaky about it. You have to be stealthy about it, because like I said, if you have 20 deer out in front of you when you're in the stand, what do? We've all made those mistakes, but you just live and learn each and every single day, and you try not to make that same mistake over and over. So hunting over food sources is beneficial. Not hunting on food sources is also beneficial. Each situation is different. Everything's situational based on how your property is laid out. But be careful hunting over those food sources. If you can't get in and out, don't do it. Unless you just want to do it like one time, you're going all in, you want to hunt over that food source, just one good hunt, one all-day sit, something like that. And if you blow it out, then you really probably shouldn't hunt it again. But if you can get in and out of there, a lot of times you can hunt them 3, 4, 5, 6 different times, especially during the rut. A lot of times during the rut you can get in there and deer are just all over the place. They change their patterns during the rut, and you could probably get away with that a lot more during that time of year. Late season, a lot of the brush is off, so it's going to be a little bit more tricky getting in and out, because you don't have all the browse that you can kind of tuck behind and walk to your stand. That's why screening, I like screening so much. You can screen your food plots, and that'll tremendously help you get around your property without being seen. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Hope you guys are doing well. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. I'll see you guys later.